Welcome back to Taking Care of Business. Joining us now is David Hawk of Marketing Velocity, who hosts the Chamber's new podcast. David, I know you've been on the show before, and welcome back.
Thank you.
Why don't you start off for the old geezers like me out there watching who tell us what a podcast is and then how the Chamber's podcast is going to work.
Well, the podcast is kind of like radio on demand. So you can go out and find a podcast. iTunes carries a lot of them. So you can find information on topics that you want to know about and then listen to it whenever you want to. So it's just, it's real flexible.
And so what's the Chamber's podcast going to be about?
Well, the Chamber's podcast is kind of for businesses by businesses. So we're interviewing Chamber member businesses, and then for the people that are listening, we're working on successful businesses for everybody. So talking to the businesses, bringing out what they've done to be successful in Chattanooga, and it's just specific to Chattanooga. So I think it's going to be a really good thing.
What do you hope to accomplish with this project, David?
Oh, well, like I said, kind of a twofold thing, and giving the Chamber member businesses more exposure for their businesses.
Absolutely.
And then, you know, for the people that are listening, give them some specific ideas of what Chattanooga's about and what they can do to, if they're interested in doing business in Chattanooga, or if they're already here, just what other businesses are doing to help themselves.
So we're going to promote this on our website, I assume, and
you already are.
Okay. We have, speaking of shameless promotion, so this is your business too, right? It's what you all do.
Marketing Velocity. We build websites, we market websites, and we do build podcast websites as well.
Great. So do I get that straight off of the site, or is it going to direct me to iTunes, or how does it work technically?
Well, that's another good thing about podcasts. You can listen to them however you want. The website is chamberchat.com, and that's with 2 T's. So you can go to the website and you can listen to the episodes right there, or there's also buttons to take you to iTunes if you'd rather listen there. And then there's an app, Stitcher, that you can get on your iPhone, and you can download it there too.
And part of the fun is you can subscribe, right? So you listen to the first one, it'll automatically populate into your iTunes after that.
Yes, and it automatically keeps up, and Stitcher does the same things, and they'll even send you little push notifications and let you know when a new episode is available.
Well, tease the first few episodes for us, and then let us know what kind of stuff you're planning to do in the future.
Well, the first 2 really were focused kind of on the expo, which we had yesterday, and I've got to say that was, I think, the best expo ever. And I know that's a big feat, so thank you all for putting that on. But we talked with John Moss of Accolade, and he did the social media at the expo, so we had talked with him. That was our first episode.
And we're going to talk to him in a minute as well. So
yes.
Very apropos.
Right. And that was a great interview. We did talk about some social media on that one just because it's such a hot topic with everybody in business. And then the second one was with True Expo, who was also a sponsor at the expo yesterday, and they have an app. So we talked with them, talked about their app, and there's actually a demonstration that, John Moss did on True Expo app that's on the website. So.
Well, you learn something every day. I thought I was going to use that app Stitcher to put a button back on my jacket. Oh, well, I'm an old guy. So.
Do you have thoughts about the next podcast you want to do, or
to
be announced?
Now I have 2 things, especially after yesterday. I'd like to talk to some of the Small Business Award winners that we had.
Excellent.
And the Mayor Burke, mentioned Startup Cha, and I had never heard of that before. I did look it up today, and I think that's pretty interesting. I'd really like to have a conversation with somebody about that and figure out what that is and let people know.
Well, David, we really appreciate you being here, and we're looking forward. I hope other people will be looking out for the podcast. It's Chamber Chat.
Yes.
With 2 T's.com. So look for it there. And we encourage everyone to check out the podcast at chamberchat.com. And next, we're going to speak with John Moss of Moss Media Labs here on Taking Care of Business.